much for you guys engaging in that session. The next keynote speaker is Khanyi Tshabalala from Seize the Light Foundation. And she's just going to speak about the mental effects of gender-based violence, because we need to understand that this affects us on a holistic level. So, Yansela, can you please welcome Khanyi Tshabalala? Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not loud enough. Hello? Okay, so I'm going to try my best to speak as loud as I can. It's almost timely that the candles are actually written now. For those that know Zulu, my name is Khanyi Tshabalala, meaning I bring light. So, lucky timing. Thank you so much for having me today. I'm on the back. Can you hear me now? Oh, can you hear me now? No. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay. So I've actually spent the week at the G20 Social Summit, and I was among other civil society leaders. And as you are aware, the president yesterday declared GBV and femicide a national crisis. It's important for me to highlight that there is a distinction between gender-based violence and femicide being declared a crisis as opposed to being declared a national disaster. If the president declared gender-based violence and femicide a national disaster, that would mean that there would be emergency procedures delivered across the country, including the most imperative component being funding. Because one thing that we have to keep into account in this country is that there's a lack of resources. When women find themselves affected by their perpetrators, they find themselves at police stations and within civil servant services where there's not enough resources. So that is exactly why we still have to keep the momentum going. We cannot merely rely on policy. I was drawn to think about Umama Winnie Madikizela. I think Umama would have been very sad that we are waiting for policy to be implemented in order for us to gather like this today. All of you remember that this country, the liberation movement, was fought on the ground. It was not fought by policy. In 1979, the United Nations declared apartheid a crime against humanity, yet we all know that apartheid subsisted for many years after. So we cannot afford to be complacent. One thing to take into account is that the undermining of women's rights is happening globally. The erasure of women is intentional. They are well aware that the patriarchy cannot survive for as long as women are seen, heard, and are free. Here on the continent, we would say, Watinta Bafazi, Watintum Bokoto. One more time, Watinta Bafazi. But now, Mbokotos, you are dust. You are dust. You are quiet. You are dust. Today, we are all wearing black to commemorate the women whose lives are lost and are no longer with us. However, I would like us to remember that there are many women who are dead living. The psychological safety of women has been compromised. We are no longer safe. Women cannot walk freely in this country because 15 women are killed every single day. 15 women are killed every single day. I don't even know that if Umama was still living what she would say, because I think she would laugh that we would say we're waiting for president to declare policy. These are our mothers, our sisters, and our friends. What are we doing to protect them? We are allowing them to be the dust that I said we are. We can no longer call ourselves Imbokoto because unfortunately we are not. So today, I encourage all women. We've been crying and we have been speaking, and nothing has changed. So it's time to employ a new strategy. Let us stop crying and let us be silent, because clearly our cries are falling on deaf ears. So perhaps when we are silent and when we withdraw, they will hear us loud and clear. Withdraw your labor, withdraw your care, withdraw your cooperation. Umama Winnie knew that the only way to win against the system is to make it ungovernable, to disturb, to disrupt, as you have done here tonight. Nothing ever happens through formal channels. So on behalf of civil society, I encourage you all to keep the momentum going, because until all women are well, none of us are well. Thank you. Malibongwe!